on.
Hey, what's going on? Sitting here real quick with one of my clients, AJ. I'm gonna kind of go over a couple questions with them and kind of give you some insight on why he started and why he's doing what he's doing, why he decided to get a trainer, and kind of get into the background of when he first started at Top Shape. So, first things first, I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself. What's your name, sir?
I'm AJ Laka,
Hey, AJ.
Top Shape member.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
I was a member probably a little bit before Top Shape opened up here when it was Fitness Express. Before that, I was at Planet Fitness for a little bit.
Okay. Why did you get started here? Let's go with that.
I started off here because honestly, I was at Planet Fitness, and there to me it was kind of like a beginner gym for me. I was only able to get so far before I was starting to plateau. So,
What makes you say that, though?
a lot of machines were. I was like stationary Smith machines, not a lot of free weight. Of course, the lunk alarm didn't really help any. When I asked if there was anything that could be done, it was either take what you got or leave. And so I came to Fitness Express, and just after I came here is when you guys started to change over the process for Top Shape.
Yeah, actually this will be a unique perspective because AJ will be the first person that we interviewed that was a member here before we took over. Everybody else had either signed up or started when we already were Top Shape. So this is not a plug for Top Shape. This is legitimately just his customer feedback or interview questions that he's going to answer. So let's go ahead and get into it. If he says anything bad about Top Shape Gym, I'm sorry, Matt. So let's go over the transitional process. So you remember here when it was Fitness Express, right?
Yes, it was.
How was that transitional process and why did you stay? Let's go over those two questions.
I mean, when I first started, it was a lot of the basic stuff that you guys still have here. Definitely, there was more, not as I think was many staff members as there was now, and definitely, I don't want to badmouth, but the knowledge wasn't there. Sometimes the help wasn't there, and when you guys took over, started seeing some changes come over, staff changes. Chris here got me to start coming to classes and be a little more social.
Oh yeah!
It was mostly a lift to myself kind of person. The main reason I stayed with you guys for Top Shape was you guys made promises that we were going to see some change, become more intermediate to professional lifting and a little more options. You guys came through and stuck with what you said you were going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, when we first took over Fitness Express, or when we first purchased Fitness Express, we had limited equipment here. So the dumbbells only went up to 75. We had one area, which was just like a small strip to work out upstairs. You always had the upstairs classroom, but the basement was just a spin room at the time, as well as laundry. Now you can kind of see, even in the back of the interview, or in the back of this film, that we added a lot of equipment to the basement. Dumbbells go up to like 120 now. We have two different gym areas for the upstairs, downstairs, as well as the upstairs classroom. So now you really don't have those space issues that you might have ran into when it was first Fitness Express. So let's go into class. Like, I know that you've taken some of the classes and stuff like that now.
Yes.
How did you get to, well, what classes are you taking? And how did you get started with classes in the first place?
Well, as I said, when I first came, it was headphones on, you don't talk to me kind of lifting, which,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone can respect, and I still do from time to time. Because actually, Chris here telling me I should come to class, try to get out of my comfort zone. At the time, you said there wasn't many guys and lifters coming upstairs, so you said it might be good to have a little more variety of people coming.
Yeah.
So came up and stuck since.
Sure.
Started cycling not long ago to try to get my cardio in since I got bad knees and running's not always my exact favorite.
Right.
So I take Christine, she teaches in Bettendorf, I take her class. Take Chris's class on Thursdays. Recently I started taking Tommy's circuits, I think it's Samurai Shakedown, I believe on Saturdays in Davenport.
Yep.
And this past couple of weeks I've been trying to go to Eli's boot camp in the morning at 5 a.m., which shocks the body just being awake at that time.
Yeah.
I'll mostly been taking more classes due to Wednesday Night Warriors and starting up, and I don't want to suck. So I'm trying to get a little more gameplay.
We'll try and follow a quick format. I want to talk to him about Wednesday Night Warriors, but I want to get into what he decided to do after class. So you were doing classes. Right now you're actually a personal training client. So what made you decide to jump from just doing classes and your own workout to getting an extra push and kind of all that? What was your thought process on why you want to do it, and what have you gotten since?
Well, I think for myself and a lot of others, once you start to see changes and you start saying, okay, I can get this far, now I want to push myself farther.
Right.
Kind of like almost in life, once you see what you're capable of, you want to see what the next step is, what you can push yourself to.
Yeah.
And I feel like the gym here offers that opportunity, especially with Wednesday Night Warriors, your classes, stuff like that. So I mean, I can really see and push myself a little further.
Yeah.
And having, I don't want to say necessarily, I guess the right word, like community we got here in the gym, it kind of help push you towards that, because someone right there may help you push, they may help to push you by either encouraging you,
Right.
or like almost saying, hey, I know you got more in you, get it.
Right.
And it does do that. And I mean, seeing people do that makes me want to push myself better.
Right. So now we're not going to brag here, but let's go ahead and let everybody know what kind of results you've seen when you're doing training. Like even from your start to finish, from your very first time stepping into Top Shape Gym, or when we first converted, to your weight loss when it comes to personal training.
Well, as far as weight loss goes, I've definitely, since I started here and started with classes and training with Chris, initially lost a little bit, but once I started taking these more serious, I lost about 25 pounds.
Oh, that's when you flex. All right, go ahead.
And
Little Antonio Carpenter.
little Tony. And I think my body fat dropped about 8%.
Yeah.
And started doing more cardio. Done some races since then too. And then also not just that, weightlifting. I mean, my deadlifting went up from maybe getting 400 to getting up to 500 plus. My bench went up. Being able to curl more, see more definition. Endurance has definitely gone up. Don't suck at doing so many planking and some more ab stuff now. So it's definitely seeing some progression.
Right on. Yeah, what we the first approach, or the approach that we took when AJ first kind of started, was we want to increase his lifts. He was very dead set on trying to increase his bench press and his deadlift. Numbers were like 405, 455. Bench press was around 275. We wanted to get to the 315 club. I don't necessarily think we've gotten to the 315 club. I know 295, 305 is where we kind of finished off at. The deadlift has gone through the roof though. The approach that we want to take with him though is still maintain his numbers, his repetitions, his style of working out, because he likes to put his headphones in, no nonsense guy. But we wanted to set weekly goals for him, so that way we can achieve our quarterly goals. So every 3 months we'd sit down and go over some goals for him. Every week we'd say, hey, we need 2 cardio sessions from you. That ended up being 3 cardio sessions, that he actually started doing cycling for 2 of those and then running on his own, to going to the Savage race, that's a 7-mile race with obstacles, and completing that, and then going into our 5K that we did for St. Patrick's Day, just trying to increase his cardio output. It's something that he knew he had to do, but it wasn't something he was making himself do. So having that extra accountability, weekly setting goals, making sure that there's repercussions for the goals, like running a mile before our session if you don't finish those goals, have all helped him slim down and lose that 20 to 25 pounds. We allowed a little bit of a break during Christmas and Thanksgiving because it's kind of hard not to. We packed up a little bit of weight, but now we're right back down to where he had finished off at his first phase. So the next thing I want to talk to him about is Wednesday Night Warriors, because that's actually something that we got coming up on Top Shape Gym. That should start May 1st over at Bettendorf. It's about an 8-week program. So I'm going to ask you 2 questions and I'll let you answer it. We'll wrap it up after that. Who is the instructor and why do you keep coming back?
It's going to be, usually it's Eli.
Yep.
And plus a lot of staff members help make sure that everyone knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So we don't butt heads and run into each other and act like fools.
Yeah.
So that's usually, it's pretty well structured. It's definitely, I wouldn't say for people that don't really know what they're doing or kind of beginners. It's basically, I think it's more for people that want to see what they're capable of and want to push themselves.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you're not that, I wouldn't recommend it for you, because it does bring out the competitive nature in people.
Test your limits.
Yeah, it definitely tests your limits, and you're gonna basically be the point where you want to cry.
All right, that's all we have for you guys today. If you got any other questions, you can always come to Moline. You can try out a class like AJ did on 430s for circuit, or his cycling classes that he takes at Bettendorf and Moline. You can try personal training like AJ did and see if it's something that sticks for you, and try and make gains, try and make progressions, because that's kind of what we're here for. Any other questions, just go ahead and reach out to us on Facebook, or you can find us specifically over here at Top Shape Gym in Moline. That's all we got for you guys today, and we do appreciate your time. Thank you.